with iconic agricultural machinery. Our main aim actually here and every day is to sensitize the small-scale farmers on the importance of mechanizing their farming to achieve commercial agriculture. At least they'll be able to earn a livelihood from the same. We do get that through through sensitizing on this small-scale machinery that is outlined, displayed in front of us. I can start with the main machinery. This is used mostly for land preparation. We call it the walking tractor or the power tiller. As the name suggests, the power, it can till 3 acres to 4 acres in a day. Per acre, you're only going to use 4 liters of diesel, so very affordable. It can also have attachments like the trailer. So with the trailer, you can ferry your produce or maybe other machinery you are carrying, for example, a water pump or something of the sort. So this will help you when you're tilling your land, plowing, because it also comes with a plow. It comes with a furrow opener for making your furrows when planting. Yes, and of course, these are iron wheels that you use when you're tilling or maybe plowing in your farm. This is a backpack weeding machine. As the name suggests, it's used for weeding. So after land preparation, your crops you've already planted and now you have to weed in between. This is what you're going to use. It does come with a variety of weeding blades. So we do have the weeding blade for dry soil, and this is the one you use when the soil is wet, or maybe if you're weeding in between your rice farms. Rice are known to have a bit of waterlogged soils. Yes, you can also utilize it as a brush cutter. So you can go and cut in your hay harvesting. You can use it when you want to clear the shrubs or tough grass, and also for beautification purposes with a pole chainsaw. Very good for tree pruning. You can also do a bit of hedge trimming. So it's a multi-purpose machine. The advantages, of course, you can weed an acre in less than 8 hours, single operator, which is not the same as having to use the old methods such as the hose or the panga. And per acre, you're only using 2 to 3 liters of petrol. This is something we call the soil auger or the earth auger, because it will drill holes in some place, a place such as this where it is already tilled. Yes, it's very good for making holes for planting trees or when you're transplanting crops into the farm, or even fencing, such as people who are living around Voi, Kibwezi, they do have a bit of elephants. So it's a very good tool for fencing when you're doing the crop protection. But in this program, we are doing something called zai pits. Zai pits are for conserving moisture in the soil when you're planting, such as millet, sorghum, and the maize. So this will also drill the zai pits. They are shallow holes. Yes, and it can do 2 holes in a minute. That is if you're going all the way down. So this is something we call the motorized or the backpack power sprayer. As the name suggests, it is for spraying pesticides or those particular applications that you want to kill the weeds in your farm. And it is 25 liters capacity, but it's calibrated. So you don't have to carry 25. You can do 20 liters, 15. It is calibrated like a ruler. Very, very convenient to carry on your back, because roughly right now it is 5.6 kg. So in terms of weight, very lightweight. And of course, it comes with 2 guns. These guns are very powerful. So this is going to throw up to 8 meters high. So people who are doing the fruit trees, the orchards, can spray their trees very well. This is now for crops that are within your reach. We are speaking of crops like the maize or anything that is within your reach, onions, going to spray a mist-like form. So it's very good for applicating on your crops. This is something we call the combined feed chopper and crusher. So its work is to help you move from the manual cutting of your animal fodder to now fully mechanization yet again. And it can do both dairy as well as your chicken feed. So from this point is where you're putting food such as the napier grass, the hay, the boma rods. Here is where you're going to be feeding in your maize or your omena when you want to crush your chicken feed. So this is going to do both chopping and crushing, making it easier for one who has a cow, the cows as well as the chicken, to feed their animals in entirety. This is the Maize Sheller, motorized yet again. So with the motorized Maize Sheller, you're going to do 1 ton per hour. You've noticed that we're doing high outputs because we're trying to reach out on doing more in a lesser period of time. Also, you're able to feed in your maize with the maize cob. In its equivalent, the you've removed from the shamba after you've removed the outer shell, put it in, it will completely separate the maize from the maize cob, 99%. Yes, so it's a very clean machine. It can work with a petrol engine or a motor, but here we are having the petrol engine. This is now a high-speed feed chopper. This is going to feed your cattle. For those who are doing 20 cows and above, this is a very good option because it's going to chop your hay, your boma rods, your napier grass, your maize stalks, both wet and dry fodder. Does very well. It also does 1 ton per hour, but this one is specifically for those who are doing cattle. They don't really have chicken. So it is going to be a very powerful machine for them. Again, eliminating the manual labor. Yes, focusing on mechanization. It's a 49,000 with a petrol engine, 52,000 with an electric motor. Yes, it's the same cost as the other, only that now you can choose. If you are doing dairy only and sheep and goats, this is the best option if you don't want to make any crushed form. But that is now if you want to make the crushed as well as the chopped.
We are an Negro Processor dealing with pulses and cereals, and we are based in Machakos. Basically what we do is that we have a well-structured value chain for pulses. And especially we have the beans, we have the green grams, and also we have some cereals like green grams. Now, what basically we do as a value chain personnel, we link the farmers into different groups, starting by forming the groups. And they are in 20 farmer groups. And these 20 farmer groups, they form what you call the business unit. And this business unit is where we interact with them in terms of doing some service provision, and also linking them to insurance, and linking them to other agro dealers, and also mechanization. Like today, we brought them here so that they can have an exchange visit and realize how they can perform their climate smart agriculture by interacting with various machineries. But you find that although they would like to own these particular machineries, they don't have the capacity to buy these machinery. But the first thing what we wanted them to do is that they sit doing the various activities which they can do it in their farms. That is replicating the same activity in their farms. And you find that the first, they have the knowledge. Second, we'll deal with how they can acquire this machinery. In our system or in our operation, we have the compass model operation, whereby we link the respective farmers and farmer business units with the service providers. For example, you find that most of the farmers do not have the capital to purchase this machinery, but we have linked them to a group called, it's a financial institution called IFCEN. With IFCEN, they are offering what you call equipment financing or equipment lending, and that is now we come into play. So we are going to ensure that these farmers, because they want to partake climate smart agriculture and increase their yields, and also you find that they don't take a lot of time doing the activities in the farm. That is now they are going to do an improved mechanization in what you call crop field management. We are going to link them to this financial institution, and within 3 months they are going to acquire these machineries.